Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never let the righteous be shaken. Psalms 55:22. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're making crawfish étouffée Creole style, a Louisiana delicacy. Right here are key ingredients. Take a look at that. We have our Trinity already ready. Some of it's in our roux, so we good. First things first, you want to take some butter. Saute up your vegetables that are part of the Trinity. So you have celery, you got onion. The bell pepper is going to be from the roux because it's already in it. And we got some green onion. You want to go ahead and give that a nice stir. And then make sure that your onions are translucent. Make them sure they cook down pretty good. And then we're going to throw some garlic in there. Next, we're going to add some lobster base, better than bouillon. You can't find it in the store. Go to Amazon, that's your number one go-to. This is some good heavy stuff. Gives a whole heap of flavor in just a spoonful. We're going to let it do what it do by adding a little extra. Stir it around nice and good. You want to get that in your base so that the flavor is already hitting. Next, we're going to add some cream of shrimp. We have 2 cans of that. Gives it a nice shrimp flavor, seafood flavor. Some people make their own stock, but we're going to go with the cream of shrimp. It's going to also help with the coloring. I'm going to get it all up in there. Alright, this might seem a little controversial what's coming up next, but we cooking Creole style. Creole style has tomato-based dishes. Cajun style, they don't want to hear nothing about no tomato, but because we're Creole, we're going with the Creole recipe. And the tomato also adds the right coloring to your étouffée. It's not yellow and it's not red, but you want an orange color right in between, and that's what our diced tomatoes are going to do. Alright, here's something else that's getting ready to be real controversial. Our jarred roux. I don't know about you, but I ain't spending 40 minutes stirring around nothing in the pot that I can get in a jar that tastes exactly the same. Savoy's jarred roux from Louisiana tastes exactly the same. Put a few plops in there. I used it already for my gumbo, so there's some Trinity left, lots of bell pepper in it, so I used it along with some seafood stock. You can make your own, but I prefer to just buy it because it's an easier process to just buy it, and it's not super salty. So we're going to continue to add and stir till we get it kind of good consistency. It's going to boil anyway, but we want to get it kind of, the juices flowing. It's got to be tasteful. Next, we're going to add some seasoning, of course. We're starting off with garlic powder. You know, anytime I'm cooking anything, we have to have garlic powder. It just brings the flavor to another level. I think so. Then we're going in with some onion powder, because if you have garlic powder, you must have onion as well. And then we're going to take some Cajun seasoning from Louisiana as well. A lot of ingredients that you can't find up north, you can find on creolefoods.com. They hooked me up with a lot of my good seasonings. Try swamp dust, which is like a crab boil seasoning, which is to die for. It's like the only ingredient you really can find in Louisiana. So we're going to give that a stir and let it do what it does, like I always say. All right, you know, if we put Cajun, we got to put Creole to combat it just a tad. So we put some Tonys up in there, and it gives it a nice blend. Then some cayenne pepper if you ain't scared of spice. I love all things spicy, so I'm going to hit it a few shots with some cayenne pepper. Oh, yeah. Give that a good stir. And then we're going to get ready to throw some thyme in there. You can use actual thyme or just the thyme. The thyme leaves, up to you. Tastes the same. We're going to throw some oregano in there. Bow, bow, bow. And just a little paprika for coloring and flavor. Gives it a nice smokiness, adds to the color. Do everything you need to do. And then we're going to take some bay leaves, baby, and thicken it up too with some bay leaves. 1, 2. Give that a good stir. All right, we ready up. I think I forgot 2 ingredients. Wait a minute. We got some W sauce. Now, this is optional. Some people don't like to add that, but I like to throw that in some of everything. It gives it a nice flavor. And then our Louisiana hot sauce, which is amazing, by the way. It's not too hot. Give that a stir. And we ready for it to simmer. I let it boil for about 45 minutes and got a good thickness, a good consistency. My God, today. Look at that boil, sizzle, ripple. Look at that go. We're going to add some 2 pounds of crawfish tails. 2 pounds. I like a lot of meat in my food, so could have did 1, but I think you should do 2. Give that a good stir. We're going to let that cook a little while too. I gave it about 15 to 20 more minutes. Let that boil and simmer down nicely. All right, I totally forgot to add some green onion on top. So we're going to let that boil and simmer and cook for a little bit. Let all that flavor blend together so it gets the right kind of thickness that we want it to have. And give that a good stir. All right, as we're nearing the end, I like to add my salt and pepper at the end. Just because broths and things of that nature already carry a lot of salt. The Cajun and Creole seasonings also have a lot of salt and pepper. Dun, 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 dun. And here we have it, good old-fashioned Creole crawfish étouffée. Banging. If you try it, let me know. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Have a blessed night.